Hello again, guys. Right, I didn't get to have a sleep. I just rested my eyes for an hour, but if you'd watched the previous video you know what I'm talking about. Now, I was a bit miffed about losing these points on gold, and I have been studying gold, as I think I've mentioned a while back, and providing you're careful and you're scrupulous with your analysis, I think you could probably well, I'm certain you could trade this perfectly sensibly to the rules. And the point being, instead of taking 5 or 6 pips 7 or 8 times a day, if that's the case, which it is certainly, or it's starting to be with me, then it's far better to take 12, 15, 20, 30 pips the same amount of times, and the money pip value is virtually the same. So in terms of income, you're going to quadruple your income plus some, so it's got to be worth the work. So I'm looking at this now, and I'm just going to do a little bit of analysis, and we're on the 15-minute chart, and just on the face of it, what we had here was a downtrend: high, low, lower high, lower low, and then unfortunately that was broken with an uptrend. So we've got a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. So that it needs to maintain its position below that lower high to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion obviously, to consider it still short. It is a bit spiky gold, so this could be the reason that this turned the other way. But as it stands, what we were doing, according to my rules, and my rules come from my old mentor who traded this way back in 2000 and something. Well, that's too vague. Around about 2000 to 2005, when I started getting involved with what he was doing. So we got over 20 years of analysis, combined analysis of these the way trends work. So low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Now we're looking for longs. We're above the hourly 8 MA as well, and had this given us a signal for a long, then I would have been wanting to go long at that point. But then what's happened is we've got a new trend has formed. The longs failed. High, we can start here now, use this as the low. High, low, lower high, lower low, swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, swing 4, accumulation, distribution. Clearly bears are in control below there, and we should have taken a trigger somewhere around here. And as you know from my previous video, I missed this entry here purely because I was looking at cable and like that. Well, I took that trade before I saw this one. So where are we now? Well, on the higher time frame, we could draw a trend line on here as well. And trend lines, you may say, are discretionary. They certainly are discretionary, but when you draw them and then watch the price hit them, and then you could take a trade from it, supposedly. Or when you draw a straight one here and you can pan it right out over to this side of the chart, and the price reacts to that, then you will see their value. And I did a brilliant one, but because I haven't had time to make decent videos, or can't make big videos because my upload speed, you're not getting half as much information as I'm prepared to give, as it were, because I cannot do it. But anyway, so yeah, trend lines discretionary, but they are superb in my opinion, especially when you add them to other indicators, say for example, and especially this 8 hourly MA, which I'm absolutely loving, trading to it and away from it. So when we're here, it's highly likely it will hit, and it did that to the pip. And here I watched it move from somewhere down here to hit that as well for, I think that's 50 odd pips there. And so let's go down to go up to the hourly time frame and see what I think gold may be doing. I'll close this video now and start again, and quickly, high, low, lower high, lower low. So I think it's pulling back. Potentially that trend line starts to show its importance. We can draw a new descending trend line now along there. So it could well be swing 1, swing 2, swing 3. It could well be accumulating quite a lot here, and then potential targets areas is this massive support here, which is a monster move if you get the right trigger, somewhere around maybe up here. We're looking at 300 or 400 pips down to there. Now, fundamentals tell us that the markets are in a pretty cruddy state, and everyone should be flocking to gold, or normally Japanese yen would be where money goes to, but it's all topsy-turvy, upside down, call it what you like at the moment. So it's anyone's game. This is why I concentrate on technical analysis and live and breathe it, and we could join that there, joining the lows of those ones, and then we can join the spike here, which you can see there. So I'm going to close this, upload this, it'll take 2 hours, and then give you the linear analysis, where I put my support and resistance on the lows and highs of strong candles, support and resistance.